I just came across the best way to build your very own landing page or funnel for your very own business or offer. And this is much better than any tool that I've seen, from landing pages like Framer and Webflow to funnel builders like ClickFunnels and Perspective. This one workflow puts all those to shame. What I'm going to show you is building this landing page funnel from scratch. But that's not the cool part. The cool part is being able to build in custom analytics and metrics that we can then track to see the performance over time. Personally, I'm going to build this with Lovable because it's the easiest way to use AI and build software, but you can use any coding model that you want and get similar results as me. So let me take you into the computer. We are going to open up Lovable, and I'm going to build our own funnel right now. So let's do that. So what I've done here is I've asked Claude to just generate me some kind of boring business that could use a funnel, some kind of AI business. So I just said make it info or service-based business. And this is just going to be the fake kind of offer we build around. So you can see that basically it's wanting us to build some kind of AI implementation agency. Obviously, the details of this doesn't really matter, but it's more so the way we go about building this funnel. Now, if you aren't familiar, a funnel is different from a website because a funnel's main purpose is to drive a viewer from cold traffic to a verified purchaser. And so there are a few different steps you need to do in order to actually have somebody convert on your funnel. And we are going to build this into our funnel right now using AI. The first is a clear CTA and a clear headline. You need to make sure that the second that your viewer hits the landing page, that a clear result or a clear statement will resonate with them to then keep going through the landing page. The second step is some way to qualify the viewer. So think of this either as a VSL or some kind of onboarding flow or type form where they actually have to go through to make sure that this is the right person for your offer. And then the third thing, obviously the most important, is some kind of call to action, some way that the user can actually take action, whether that's booking a call, purchasing something, opting into an email sequence, whatever it is. We need to make sure that the landing page ultimately is targeted towards one action. So I'm gonna say, yes, generate the funnel and give me prompts that I can feed to Lovable. Basically take all the heavy lifting out of the way here. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this into Lovable. I'm gonna say, build me a funnel. So basically I've given it all the business information. Now Lovable is going to handle all the heavy lifting. So let me start with this. It probably will give us something to go off of and we will take it from there. Okay, so Lovable has come back with this first iteration. Let's have a look here. So because this is also going after maybe lawyers, I guess I went with a little bit of a interesting font. You can see your associates are losing 300K a year on work AI could do today. So I like the coffee. It's very kind of clear. 30% of your team's time generates zero revenue. We build it, we own it. So it kind of goes through the different how it works, how much revenue you're leaving on the table. Okay, I mean, not horrible. The design could definitely use some work. So let's try to go find some funnels that we can kind of mimic. So let's go, let's type this in. Let's see what we can come up with here. One way to do this actually is we'll go to ads library. We can go to the Facebook ad library and we can pull from kind of existing businesses doing this. Let's take a look at Perspective, which I know that they run a lot of ads. So come here, we can see, okay, this is a much better kind of visual of a thumbnail. So we have a few different kind of versions, which we could probably test all two of these. I'm sure there's a few more. Obviously, with their whole thing being funnels, you would hope that they have some good funnels. So I'm just going through. This looks like it's a lead magnet funnel. So lead magnet funnel right to the purchase. Okay, so it looks like they're kind of testing. We have, okay, these two funnels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screenshot the entire page. So we're going to copy this in, and then I'm going to copy this one in as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to create our first split test in Lovable here. So we have our two. Now I'm going to say, you reference both of these design-wise and take the structure of the landing page contents. For video, just have a placeholder. I'm going to say, create both of these landing pages as separate pages. Okay, so we gave it some more design reference. Let's see what it does with this. And while we're waiting, I'm going to start building out our admin dashboard. So essentially what we want here is a Google dashboard, Google Analytics type dashboard. So we're going to say, I want to build an admin analytics page with all the key metrics that Google Analytics would pull in. I want the dashboard to look like Stripe. Dashboard. And what you could do hypothetically is you could connect this to your Calendly. That way you could actually see when meetings have been booked, which honestly we could, with the key metric being booked calls. So we'll run this as well. I'm also going to say make each of these landing pages mobile responsive. So I'm going to tweak this one actually a bit more. I'm going to say build in the needed tracking for both landing pages. Make sure on the analytics like dashboard, I want to compare. Actually, we'll keep this for now. Okay. So we'll go here, make each of these landing page mobile responsive. Okay, so we have these queued up ready to go. So it looks like it's kind of building out our 2 landing pages. One of them is more of a webinar style landing page, while the other is more of like a lead magnet kind of landing page. So we'll see how it does on this. We'll give it a few minutes and I'll come back once it's done. Okay, so after a few minutes, we have a solid kind of base for these 2 landing pages. So let's take a look at both of them. So the first one is the toolkit here. You can see this is mimicking the this one here. So this is basically your lead magnet funnel, if you will. So essentially, you have some kind of image here that you would probably have to get. And then obviously this kind of rebuilt with the contents of our new kind of AI automation agency. So you can see the exact frame we used to identify $380,000 in recoverable revenue from inside professional service firms, pre-built AI systems for intake. So basically everything that is specific to our offer, this was done for it. Trusted by firms, obviously this is fake, but for the sake of this, your entire AI implementation done in one sprint. So ideally you would have some kind of visual of like maybe what you're doing, or some kind of maybe even video. Then this is kind of the services or some of the unlocks of it with some images. And then we would have kind of testimonial videos, and then kind of book your free AI audit call. Or in this case, I guess it would be get the free toolkit. And then once you kind of opt into that, it should drive to the actual toolkit or whatever you're actually offering. Obviously, all this is kind of interchangeable. If we look at the masterclass one, we have a video, we'll have some kind of text. So this will be for some kind of webinar. We have, this Thursday, this many spots left, whatever. Meet the team, which is cool. We have testimonials, which is great. Join the AI, another call to action. Here's what we'll cover. And then it would essentially take you to an outside link, which it doesn't right now. And I think we also are working on our analytics. So you can see basically what we're going to do is have it all hooked up to our analytics. That way we can track all of this. Okay, so we have now our first look at our analytics dashboard, which I guess didn't really follow our designs, but whatever it is what it is. You can see kind of first look here. Because this isn't published, I guess we have 0 data. You can see page views, unique visitors, book calls, conversion rate, which is good. Also looks at our funnel, devices, all this good stuff. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to say /toolkit, have a opt-in form with basic contact info, then take them to a success page, save all intakes in database. And then for the masterclass one, actually we'll do this for both pages. And then while that's running, I'm also going to say make analytics design match light mode and use enter font. So we're just going to clean up the design of the analytics page a little bit. So we're making some good progress here. Now what we want to be able to do is actually split test and create kind of, is be able to split test these 2 landing pages. So what I want to do here is we have kind of the basic analytics here. I want to have a split testing page where I'm able to actually see which is doing better. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to tell it we want to be able to create split tests for different landing pages to compare analytics. Can you add a separate tab in analytics to create and run these split tests? So we'll let that run. It looks like we also updated this, so we'll take a look here. Now while this is loading as well, the last thing I want to do on the landing page side is I want to be able to actually create some kind of opt-in for the masterclass, since we want to kind of qualify people. So I'm going to say, and also let's make sure this is actually working here. So I'm going to, let's preview this here. Okay, so now when we click on here, it takes us down to our opt-in form here. We should have every CTA should be the same on form. Just going to fix that small thing, but essentially we have generally we have it working now. We'll take a look at this page as well to make sure. So there we go. Now you can see also it kind of in this one, we could probably add some qualifications. So what I'm going to do is say on the /masterclass form, once the user clicks reserve spot, I want you to take them through 3 to 4 questions that will qualify them. I want to track on the analytics page where the drop off rate for each stage of the intake of the opt-in flow is. So that way we can see, okay, how many people went here, how many people went here, how many people went here, and seeing where the drop-offs are. So let's give this a test. So we're gonna go whatever, test at Gmail, test, whatever. Okay, and this brings us to all set. And now this should actually show us, let's see. So page book calls. So it doesn't look like this actually tracks. So I'm going to do some debugging here. Let's go ahead and publish this. It could be probably why. So we have a look at our updated analytics page. Basically, I just added some tabs so we could filter out some of the data. So you can now see that it's correctly tracking our opt-ins as well as our page views and unique visitors. So now the masterclass also has a better built-in kind of qualifying sequence. So if we go here, we type in, whatever, test. We could probably have some way of validating this as well, but for the sake of this, we're not going to do that. And then it kind of walks through some kind of onboarding in order to qualify them. And let's say for this, we'll go through it. Then you can see we now have our built-in analytics tracking. So you can see that we were able to go through basically every, so we had 135 clicks. I mean, that's not right. So we're going to fix that. But you can see we got in each one successfully. So what I'm going to do now is kind of showcase if I didn't go all through them successfully. So if we go back and let's say we, just to make sure this is working. So let's say we stop at the second one and then we kind of refresh the page, let's say, and then we go to our analytics here. So you can see this is working correctly. So you can see that we didn't have the timeline one. I don't know. This was already showing 2 before. I think that's because we completed this twice. We went through a previous test. But you can see we also have the 2 opt-ins that we have now from down below. We're able to see the opt-in qualifications as well as kind of the traffic to conversions data. Also, though I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so now we have 2 opt-ins across the board, 1 for each. And we're also able to see the traffic sources, the opt-ins, the referrals, mobile versus desktop, views by page. And you're able to add a lot more things into this. We also did add our split testing. I'm not sure where that went, so let's go find that. Okay, so now it looks like a little bit closer to what it probably is. These could also just be from me spinning up a bunch of different random tabs. So this is probably more recent, though the unique visitors is still off. So unique visitors off as I'm the only. Okay, so it looks like we now have our data that is cleaned up, as you can see. So we have 2 page views, 1 unique visitor. Conversion rate is obviously a little bit thrown off, but is what it is. Thrown off because I'm the only person. So let's play around with this. So now we'll add a new split test. So we go this, masterclass, great name, toolkit, masterclass. And we'll split the traffic 50-50 between these 2. And just like that, you can now see that we have the different pages and the traffic and unique views for each, as well as the opt-ins. So we'll click start here, and you can see that it's now going to be active. And so if I were to go here to our URL and refresh this, we should see it split test the traffic. So I'm going to, there we go. So just to recap, what we were able to do is we were able to build 2 landing pages based on references that we know worked. We were able to build in custom intake forms, as well as the structure and content that would actually work to perform. And then most importantly, we were able to build our own analytics dashboard that allowed us to actually track all these landing pages and run our own split tests. Obviously, you can get a lot more advanced with all this stuff, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to stop it here. So I hope you enjoyed this video on building your own funnel end to end. Everything from crafting the correct funnel all the way to building in your own analytics, tracking, opt-in functionality, you name it. We just built it. And if you want the exact same prompts I use and the entire playbook for building your own funnels, you can hit the link down below and I'll have the entire playbook. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like and the subscribe button as I post videos like this every week. And until next time, we'll see you then. Cheers.